Pisces, how you doing? Welcome to your monthly reading of May. Moving May, I'm calling it, because things are on the move, really on the move. Done the collective reading, which is on our channel here. You can go and see that. It is moving May, basically. Very interesting, and we can see it in people's readings as well. I've just a quick sort of housekeeping. I'm going to be doing a live answering of questions on another channel, a friend's channel called Veritas Tarot, which is linked in the description below. Go over there and subscribe there, because you can be asking questions, and I will be answering them alongside Victoria, who runs the Veritas Tarot as well. So I'll see you over there on that channel in the coming future as well. And we'll be going from one channel to the other and stuff like that. Just doing a little bit of a collaboration, trying to mix it up and see what happens. It's going to be great. So I'll see you over there for that. We're going to get into this reading here. Let's just see with the overall energy, the karmic messages on the relationship side and on your material side, weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. But also how the universe is influencing this karmic message, how your past is influencing this karmic message, how your future is egging you on, and what the overall outcome is. We will be clarifying as well with the White Witch Tarot as well. Let's just see what's going on here. With this 5 of Pentacles, everybody's been getting it. In fact, every single sign has had it up to now. I'm pretty much, I'm over halfway through the May readings. And it's not that bad, actually. Is it to do with financial loss? I don't think so. I think it's more a case here that it's like blessings in disguise. And it's, as I go into it on the collective reading, about there's a new logic, basically, that we are applying in life. Not really your cup of tea, to be honest. You're very artistic. You've got a lot of emotions within you, Pisces. An amazing sort of energy, sort of structure you have. And so sometimes the logic can be a little bit too much of a kerfuffle for you, and it doesn't really give you enough freedom in life and stuff like that. But here is a case here on this. It's almost like a blessing in disguise, because this logic is going to sort of break you free from certain sort of restraints that you may have had in the past. And it's like with this new logic, some people just didn't get the memo about this new logic. And, it's thinning people out of your life in a way. So you may feel sometimes a little bit jaded, a little bit, left out in the cold and stuff like that. But I wouldn't focus on the on your weak aspects, or your sort of the side of you that doesn't really, it's not really sort of powerful, or it's your weaknesses, basically. Yeah, just don't focus on your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths out of this, and get your artistic, because this is what we're coming into. It's a very artistic sort of future. It's expressing yourself, and you're really good at that, Pisces. You're really good at connecting with that artistic side that is within you. And when you do that, you're going to really blow the top off this, blow the lid off this thing, really. And I think this is a real good blessing in disguise, actually. So let's just see what's going on. Who just had that? Someone else just had that. I think it was Virgo, your opposite sign, had that. And it's concentrating on those relationships that are around you that correspond to you, basically. It's also revealing in a way. It reveals things within your karmic message. It's sort of like kind of going, didn't know it was like that. And it's streamlining your passions, streamlining your connections with people that really correspond to you, basically. And I think that's what that blessing in disguise is. As I said, it sort of thins out a bit of the chaff from the wheat, as it were. On your in the first week is a lot of messages coming in regarding these relationships, which is going to help you to streamline things. It's going to give you a lot of understanding, basically. And the universe is sort of saying, with these messages, get very passionate about life. It's sort of using these messages to understand how not to waste your time in relationships that just don't correspond to you, basically. The Two of Cups. So, yeah, it's reaching your higher self. Maybe it's a messages of love for you, because you've got the Two of Pentacles, and now you've got the Two of Cups here. It's a moment of making decisions. It's either taking one path or another, choosing which is the most evident path for you. With these messages that come in the first week and the Two of Cups on the second week, it could well be a case of combining your cup with someone else. That's very possible. But obviously, if you're already in a relationship, I think this is almost taking your couple to a high level, into a new level, moving it on, progressing it, or finding harmony within yourself, a higher calling within yourself. So therefore, you can also then interact with the relationships around you on a much higher plane in a way. And that's what it seems to be, is you concentrate your energies. That's where you're going to connect with the with that sort of higher self, and the unification of the yin and the yang within you, and just the harmonious aspect of it all. But this is stimulated out of messages in the first week, so I would be very attentive of the things that are going on around you, the information that is heading your way, basically. In the third week, you've got the Strength. Now, there seems to be something going on between the 14th and the 21st of May. It's come out in everybody's reading here, and there's almost as if, like, I get this feeling that you seem to be clear with yourself. It seems to be very sort of, okay, this is how my relationships have got to be. These are the people that really correspond to me and everything like that. And then something happens in the third week where it's sort of kind of going, oh, got to hold on, got to stay true to this part here, and allow, and almost take it's almost as like, before you sort of like engage in something, just kind of sort of take the time out to just go 1, 2, 3 and calm. So you sort of calm those doubts within you and you stay true to who you are. It's a week where it's going to test your strength within you to stay on that path, to concentrate on it, to unify, to really explore that unification within you, but also within your couples as well. And those messages are going to help you do that. And you can then start, if you hold true to this Strength card, you can start manifesting some really beautiful stuff within your relationships around you. Walking away from something else. And I think this is walking away from what happens on here. And I think this is where I say you're taking things to the next level. And this is kind of sort of saying, I'm going to walk away from this noise that comes from the outside world, because this is what you're walking towards in a way. Or this is what you so desire and so want. And it comes out of the past where you've done this work on yourself. Therefore, it's easier for you to be clear with the relationships around you. And there is going to be certain aspects, and this ties into maybe this Five of Pentacles, where you do just need to walk away from it. And because you're walking to something else that's so much better. That's the thing. You're walking towards this sort of situation here with the unification of your spirit. Let's just see what's going on your material side. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is it's the fruits that come from your past efforts, basically, and now it's the time they are ripe for harvesting. But also, because it's ripe for harvesting, and it's because of past efforts that you've done, she's got a little bird on her finger there. I mean, it's a kind of way of sort of like almost feeling in harmony with everything. Not only have you got these fruits coming into you, and you've got to take them, and this is what the karmic message is here, it's also sort of saying to you, and be at one within your workspace. So within your job, the things that you've done, and I've seen, I've been looking at your tarot very nicely over the past sort of like 6 months to 8 months, And there's been a real sort of step up for you, I think, certainly within the business world. And you've created a lot of things for you. And I think this is what this Nine of Pentacles is all about. It's the creation of that fruit, but it's also now to actually be at ease and at one with that recognition that you get from the outside world that, yeah, Pisces, man, they got it going on, sort of scenario. You know, the Queen of Swords, you know, in the first week here, with these messages that are coming through and the harmony that you should be feeling in your life, or sort of trying to galvanize within your life, you get this clear vision about where you're going, because you've dealt with the emotions of the dark side of you, in a way of getting to where you are within your material world. It's almost as if like there's this opportunity that's been coming through for you. You should have seized upon it and really know where you're going at the moment. And it's gonna give you, if you've got this control over your emotions within your material world, so you don't get sidetracked. And I don't think you have been in general, Pisces. And if you don't get sidetracked, all of a sudden you're going to be really sort of, going exactly, where you're going. It's like that fish that's sitting in the river, and the river's just going around them, and the fish is kind of going, I know where I'm going. I'm going this way. And that's what you should be doing. And it should be really, really clear for you. The Emperor as well, very, very powerful. Very powerful, this material side. I think it's all coming together for you, like all the best plans come together. I forgot, what was that, the 18, wasn't it? I love it when a great plan comes together, whatever it was. The Emperor has had that as, gain control over his empire, and his empire is his being, his energy, is his physical being, is his immediate surroundings, and that's what the Emperor has complete and utter control over. And with that control, you can do a lot of things. You become very, very powerful. So in the second week, not only within your relationship side are you really finding a real harmonious sort of coming together, but also on your financial side, or your job, or your business and your projects, you're going to be sitting in your power, and you're going to be really feeling good about it. In the third week, and this third week, there's something happening between the 14th and the 21st. I might do a collective reading on that in a couple of weeks as we get closer to it. But this thing that sort of comes in might make you have to take on a lot more responsibility. But in a way, it's normal, because look what you've got leading into this. You've got these two very powerful weeks in the first part of May, and you also got that karmic message, which is sort of opening up to those sort of fruits that you are harvesting because of your previous past. And it's like people are going to be relying upon you, Pisces. And I'm not sure that's a good thing. And I think this is where that 5 of Pentacles comes in as well, of sorting the chaff from the wheat here. And you need to be really strong about it as you go forward. And I'm walking away from it as well. That's on the relationship side. But even on this side here, I wouldn't take on too much if I was you. And then the Page of Cups. So yeah, it may be a case of, you might be the savior of the moment, basically. And the Page of Cups is where you're realizing that actually miracles can happen. Miracles do exist if I just keep my eye on the goal. In the Page of Cups, there's a fish in that cup, living in a cup of water. And I know, that the majority of fish and the size of that fish that's coming out of that cup couldn't live in that cup. There's not enough water. You'd have to change it every 2 seconds. So it's no longer a cup. And it's a miracle that fish is living in there, and it's a miracle, and it's worth believing in, you know. So it could be a case where you're actually taking on a lot of responsibility for a lot of people that are around you, and you know, I think you possibly believe that you can actually do this. You know, you can take on this responsibility, and it's, you know, there's no reason why not. Actually, there's no reason why not, and it will bring you huge amounts of benefits for the future. Let's just do a bit of clarification with the White Witch Tarot. See what we've got on here. We got the Emperor coming back in again. I think here, as I said, don't concentrate on your weak points. Concentrate on your strong points. This is what the Emperor's telling you to do as well. It's also for the fact that you know it's a blessing in disguise that's going to free things up. That's going to make you feel eventually or ultimately very powerful about who you are. On your karmic message, you have got the Two of Pentacles clarified by the Two of Swords. Is it a difficult choice? I'm not sure about that. I don't think it is. You know, you've got, look at all these twos you've got here. You know, I think it's more a case that it's a bit of a no-brainer. I saw this in the collective reading. It did come up there and down there as well on the material side. But for you, I think this difficult decision will be taken away if you just concentrate on those relationships that actually is a good exchange, but also provides for you what you provide for it. You know, happiness and that sort of thing. But there might be choices to be made, possibly. But I don't, more than anything else, I think it's a no-brainer just to sort of concentrate on what you should be doing. Oh, those messages coming in are going to really speed things up. Those messages are going to make you very excited about something, about possible relationship around you that's going to make you feel that, yeah, I'm winning life. This is brilliant. It's a really good, invigorating week for you. It makes you very passionate about life going forward. And you get the Devil card. A lot of people have been getting the Devil card actually in that position. Not everybody, but you know, a lot of people. I think this is the Devil card. Is it someone nasty? No, I don't think it is. I think it's more of a case of being obsessive about being your higher self, being in harmony with yourself. I think that's what the obsession is going on here. It could be the obsession of being in a relationship, but in a good way. You know, the Devil is also the light bearer. It brings light to the situation so you can see clearly. You know, when JC was in the cave for he's off meditating, and he saw the flame, which is supposed to be the Devil, and have a conversation with him, and it gave him a lot of clarity about his future. And I think that's what's coming into you here, and being absolutely obsessive and clear about being the best example or being the best higher self that you can be. That's what seems to come out of that. Let's see what goes on with that sort of Strength card. You get the Lovers. Those Two of Cups, it signifies that as well. Staying true to that pathway there. Staying true to that connection which you're getting in the Two of Cups in the week before. It's going to take you through a situation which ties into the Five of Pentacles, which thins out the the chaff. So then you only got the wheat, and it is falling in love with. It could obviously be falling in love with someone, but I think it's also falling in love with yourself, and you know, staying true to yourself, and that's what the Strength card is all about. What are you walking away from? That's what we want to know. What are you walking away from? I think you're walking towards something rather than walking away from it. The Page of Swords is great ideas and how you convert those ideas into reality. It's a learning process as well, and it takes you from one side of life to another, and it opens up a lot of doors for you with the Page of Swords. It's very, it's light bulb moments, and that Page of Swords could be that sort of those messages that have come through filtered through to the top, so you actually start heading in a direction which provides a lot of sort of yes, oh right, understand, and understanding a lot about what is on your path and what is your connection to those relationships that are around you that really count for you. Let's see what's going on your material side. So with the Nine of Pentacles, you've got the Nine of Cups, which is absolutely brilliant. You've got Earth and Water, which is the most fertile sort of combination you can have. Just need a bit of fire now, and you've got a lot of fire in you, Pisces. A bit of fire in order to do this. There is this aspect as well, which I've noticed with the Nine of Cups, because it has come out for a lot of people, is there is so many possibilities around you, and realizing which one to take at which time, and putting, don't try and take it all together, because it may just sort of like, it may just swamp you. And this is what's being in harmony with things that are around you, and realizing that there's loads of possibilities, loads of gifts there within your reach, basically within you. Let's see what's going with the Queen of Wands. You've got you got 3 9s here, you got 3 2s here. This is really quite nice. Makes 11, 9 and 2, obviously. But this is those healthy boundaries. This is that sort of control over your emotions that I said with the Queen of Swords, and that is what's going to provide you with those healthy boundaries, going to give you the success within your workspace, within your job, your business, or your projects as well. And just feeling at, where the situation within your material world and your financial world, sort of saying, I'm not doing that because, that's risking too much, or, that caused problems for me in the past. And just recognizing that is going to help you with those healthy boundaries. And maybe you need one of those healthy boundaries to come to the surface up here. Maybe. Let's see what's going on with the Emperor. You've got the 7 of Pentacles, so nurturing. And this is where the Emperor can do that, because you can sit in your power. And if you sit in your power, it almost sort of nurtures the empowerment of people that is around you, because you become a little bit of like that rock that people can depend upon. And that's what the 10 of Wands is all about. And nurturing that sensation of, yes, I am in my rightful place. 10 of Wands with the 10 of Wands. I think it's that. I think you can handle it, Pisces. My money's on you. I think you can handle it, Pisces. I think you can really do well here. And I think you're strong enough to take on any changes that are going on in the material world at this time in the 3rd week, because you've got that faith of miracles that is within you, and you believe in yourself, and you believe in the world. I think a lot of self-belief in it, and then you get the world for a whole new cycle coming out of that, and that is walking towards something as well. And it's combining both sides here with those beautiful light bulb moments where you do open up that whole idea of belief of where you're going, your karmic mission upon this planet. Beautiful reading for the month of May. It's going to be the most interesting thing, I think, is really the week 3. I think that's going to be the most evolutive part of it, the most moving part of May. But yeah, a really good reading. Don't forget, I will be doing those live readings over on the Veritas Tarot. So with Victoria, as I say, will be linked in the description below. So you want to get over there. Thank you very much for being here. Don't forget, you got the collective reading as well on the channel, and we're going to be doing the lunar all signs time-stamped reading coming out this week as well. So thank you very much for being here. I hope you got the best out of this, and yeah, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.